Hi, this is Tim Bertelsman. I practice in Swansea, Illinois, and I'm also the instructor for the Illinois Chiropractic Society's Orthopedic Diplomate Class Number 1. It's coming up at the ICS National Convention in Naperville, October 7th and 8th. We're going to cover the current best practices for managing lower back pain. I'll discuss the most sensitive and specific tests to help you identify the structural diagnoses. We're going to talk about the best exercises for treating each one of those structural diagnoses, and we're going to show you exactly how to manage those conditions with the current best practices that we've collected from more than 500 different practices throughout the world and 3 schools. More importantly, we're going to talk about the underlying problems that perpetuate those structural diagnoses, things that slow our outcomes down, that prevent us from getting the patient better quicker, and in the future they're going to prevent us from participating in healthcare and prevent us from getting paid. I'd like to introduce you to a short clip that we recorded from a seminar that we gave in Nebraska last month that introduces these concepts.
These are the problems that cause frustration in our office. The patient who comes back every 3 weeks or 4 weeks and says, "No, it's uncomfortable again." We don't want that. We want the patient who comes back and says, "I felt great the whole time." We want the patient who succeeds. And I like to think of every problem like a glass of water. When that glass of water overflows, the patient has symptoms, right? Why do I get my migraines? Why did this lumbar disc lesion come on? I just bent over to pick up a pencil. Was it bending over to pick up a pencil? I didn't see that on the list. It wasn't any one thing. That every problem, nearly every problem, takes an overfilling of the glass to create symptoms. And that glass can be poured into immediately by getting hit by a car, but that's not typical. Most of our patients sat at a workstation, had a crummy pillow, and eat a poor diet. And so each of those poured a little bit into the glass, and the glass was just at the very edge of overflowing. And with that glass almost overflowing, they bent over and pick up a pencil and drip 3 more drips in, and boom, there goes the disc, there goes the joint, and now they have symptoms. And so what you and I do is we adjust their joint, and they feel better. But what we've really done is we've taken their glass just below the threshold, so the pain goes away. And we throw a party. All right, see you next time. Guess when next time's coming? The next time they bend over for a pencil or sleep in that crummy bed or sit at their workstation. Oh, man, my neck's still killing me. By Friday, I don't feel good. I've seen a couple of those. It's because we're celebrating when we drop the level of water in the glass a couple of millimeters. That's not a time to celebrate. That's good for the patient, but that's not met their long-term goals. Their long-term goals are met when we get rid of this half of the water in their glass so that now they can do what they want throughout the day without having a redevelopment of those symptoms.
So these functional diagnoses are things that you and I can address, and they can have a dramatic impact on our patient's recovery immediately. They can be implemented on Monday morning. We're going to share the specific recipe for making that happen. We're also going to talk about a new system of classification for determining which treatment is most effective for which patient. Have you ever wondered why some patients respond to flexion distraction, others respond to Williams exercises or McKenzie directional extension exercises, why some patients like rehab and stability exercises, while others like traction, and some manipulation, but not all in the same category? Well, we're going to answer that question. By using a classification system, we're going to determine in advance which patients are going to respond to which treatments and help your outcomes explode. I hope that you'll join us for this practical and informative seminar that can change the way that you and I practice. It's going to occur October 7th and 8th at the Marriott Chicago Naperville. You can go to ilchiro.org to register for the event, or you can call Dawn at the Illinois Chiropractic Society office. I hope to see you there.